What's up, folks? No idea if anybody's in here yet. I need to get one more thing plugged in, hook up one more thing, and then we're good to go. I don't have a total on how many boards we got to get through today, but it's a bunch. So I hope you guys are in the mood for a good long planning session. It's gonna be really funny if I go to check this one more time and it changed to something else. All right. Come on. I don't even know if this is going to close up enough to do anything. That's what makes this even more fun. Yeah, that's great. All right. This thing's already tight. All right. Hopefully the part that broke on this will hold together for today. I got a replacement coming, but I don't know when it's going to get here. I was hoping it was going to be last week, but it wasn't. All right, well, that locked in. How's everybody doing now that I can see who? Sorry, once this is on, it's going to get a little noisier, but we'll be good to go at that point. This hose is for the dust collection, so I don't make a mess everywhere. All right, I think we might be locked in. Sweet. Oh yeah, we locked in. That's tight. All right, I'm gonna get this tablet so I can see y'all. We're gonna turn everything on. I see my music didn't adjust. So go down, not up. All right. I'm gonna start stacking up some boards on here before we make some noise. Last time I checked our pole, it was cutting boards, so we're over here. this planing is going to take a while. I apologize for that. It's going to be kind of hard to talk. But once we're done with it, I can all chit-chat while we are adding handles and figuring out what boards we're going to leave fully intact and all of that. I really wish I could give you guys a better angle, but there's nowhere to set you guys up. So, yeah. All right. All right. That's not even half of what we got. So I'm going to be making some noise. This might be a good one to put on in the background. If you guys do have questions, I do have the ability to get away from it, to talk into the mic. So hopefully you can hear me. And once I get that planer fired up, it's going to get a little louder, but it shouldn't be too bad. And we just got to run these through. Fortunately, they're not very rough, so it shouldn't take too long. I just have a bunch, but once we get a rhythm going, it's going to fly. Right now, I just got to get a couple tables moved around so I can do this a little more efficiently. And once the planer's up, I'm feeding. All right. All right, here we go. One second. I just had a thought. All right. Oh no. I just broke my phone mount loose. Come on, baby, lock in. Lock in for me. I'm not crazy about this phone mount. All right. There we go. All right, let's do this. A little more. All right. Any new comments? That's about, it's not quite half of the first side to go. I just ran out of what I brought over for the planer. So I'm gonna bring over 2 more stacks. Should see me bringing these out of my basement today. I only took like 16 trips. Ugh. As I can, I'll be stopping to do questions as well. I am watching, I promise. Ugh. All right. Well, these are looking a little rough. 2 more stacks and then we flip them over and then everything's done. Bigger boards take a lot longer than this. These ones are a lot flatter for whatever reason. I don't know what I did different. Because the way I glued them up, I definitely didn't do myself any favors. I had 4 to 5 boards in a single set of clamps, which normally I don't like doing, but it seemed to work pretty well this time. All right. Use that. No new questions, so. All right, here we go. Half done. So excuse for a moment. I need to grab a quick drink, and then we're gonna flip these over and get going again. From my limited edition Yeti. All right. Drop this down. Half a turn. Move a couple things here right quick. That. Why do I have a strap out here? That's an answer to a question. That's a question with an answer that is honestly I don't know. It shouldn't be out here. I don't do curving out here in the winter when it's stupid cold. That is really far behind what I'm seeing. All right. I think still broadcast. Okay. All right. As soon as we're done with this, I can cut the dust collector, which is a lot of the background noise. Once that's done, I'm gonna switch over. We're gonna move somewhere else, probably onto the table saw because it's got the biggest work surface out here right now, to get these sorted out and figure out what's gonna be boards, what's gonna be charcuterie board, which ones need feet, and all that fun stuff. Till then though, here we go. While I'm thinking about it, this is all for a custom order of 30 boards. I'm going to let them pick what they want out of what I decide to put handles on. And then everything else is going to be basically inventory for this year for stuff to sell. So we're going to have lots of mini boards coming up soon. What's up, folks? I gotta check something. This thing's acting up. Sorry about that. We got 3 boards left, but I gotta open this thing up because I think something's plugged up inside of it. Because it's fighting me more and more, and it shouldn't be. Oh. Thing I like about this particular machine, takes one tool to open everything up, and it literally lives on board right there. Everything to change blades, everything is right here in this one tool. That's why I was trying to connect to my home Wi-Fi and I'm too far away. See if that fixes it. They went blurry on me like that last week and it was just on my tablet, so we shall see. All right, pull this up. I don't see anything obnoxiously bad. That thing just frees up on me. I got 3 boards left, so if I have to, I'll do those later. If it's too bad in here. Whoa. All right, pop that off. There's nothing too crazy going on in there. See one blade nick right there. That's what I thought. There is a safety on that. What show is that? All right. We're going to try one thing because this still looks fuzzy to me. Let me pull this up on a different device to see. If it's already fuzzy on one, sometimes it'll stay fuzzy. All right, we got that loading. That still looks really bad. What is going on? Is this like, is the video stopping for you guys? Because it's locked up on the same spot on 2 devices for me. Whoa. All right. I got one idea to fix it. This is gonna go black for a minute. You might not hear from me, but I gotta restart this app. 1 second. Well, that's a whole lot better, but how do I get rid of the other one? There we go, I got it. As soon as I opened it up, it realized it was 2 accounts on the same name. All right. All right, I'm gonna get this thing out of my earbuds now because it messes with my head so much to hear myself on that much of a delay. All right, let me pop this back together. We got 4 bolts left. Run these last 3, and then we're gonna head over to the table saw and sort this stuff out and get handles ready to rock and roll. Apologize about that, guys. I just could have said something, but unless it just started. I thought it looked fuzzy, but I don't always have the greatest of connection out here when I have 3 devices doing 3 different things. All right. I do have a video on how to open all this up and change the blades on it too. But the thing I really like about this tool, I forgot the big washers are stainless. That stainless steel is not magnetic. Plus there's 2 magnets on it, so you can pick your blades up and out without having to pry on anything. Then they just make it so it lives right there. It's great. All right, I'm not even gonna turn the dust collector on. This has enough power to push enough wood out for 3 of these. Hopefully this fixes our problem. Time to get loud. Go. Clear. All right. We got that. Loosen this guy up. All right. Unplug this. It's always a good shot practice when you're done with things. Unplug them, or if you have a power strip with it, just unhook it. Get everything disconnected from power. That way, if there's any type of power loss or anything, nothing potentially gets hurt. And you can't accidentally turn things on. If you got kids running around, it's even more critical to make sure stuff don't turn on randomly. All right. Let me unplug this. I'm gonna get this over to the table saw. All right, for now, this will work. Wrong button. I ain't happy about it, but all right, let's see if this thing will reset now. All right. Well, apparently my microphone case is dead. So we're going to try to plug that in, and I'll have to use the mic from my phone to do this for a minute. All right. One bad day. I'll let you for the boy. Wow. All right. Well, while that's charging, we're getting everything else ready. I need to get these ready to raise some handles, get some stuff figured up on them. But first, I need room on my table saw. That's how where I'm gonna work on everything. That's definitely the lowest count that I have. 4 pieces. Maple, maple, walnut, walnut. All right, I need another table. Fortunately, I have something still quick that big. That's why I like this style, because it's already set up. You just set it down, push, it opens up, and you got an instant table. Fantastic for quick operations. All right, so for these, we've got how many? How many is that? I'm too lazy to count. I'm waiting. All right, I count 11, so we're gonna do 5 with the handle and 6 as a regular board. So for the handles, I just want to flip through them. I'm checking for any major issues like that. That'll need to be a board with feet, because nuts, you can get junk that goes deep down inside of it, and then germs and bacteria and stuff fester. So stuff like this on the side, I don't sweat too much, because most of that'll come out in the router. All right. We got that. I've got everything else sorted on a table behind you guys. So I'm just gonna divvy everything up. All right. And I got a bunch more of this where it's just walnut, maple. or some of it's hickory in the middle. It's either way, it's a very light colored wood. So we're gonna bring that over here. Do that. Is this thing showing any signs of charging at all? No, it is not. Why does that not want to charge? Oh, it's probably charging the mics. We're gonna check one other thing because I've got 2 chargers here. Well, that's another issue. The board it's plugged in, or the. That's another issue. The board it's plugged in, or the. That's another issue. The board it's plugged in, or the. That's another issue. Sorry about that. My iPad was turned all the way up, and it's finally hearing me again. I got to go flip on the power strip real quick. Should be getting on. Oh, it's on. No, it's not. Okay. I'm not losing my mind at all lately. Sorry about all the technical difficulties this week, folks. I couldn't find the mics I normally use, and this one's been sitting out here for a while. Well, it says it's charged. All right. All right, is it working? We might get a little echo for a minute, but I got to make sure. All right, is it working? We might get a little echo. All right, cordless mics are back up, and everybody left. Awesome. By the time I get this stuff figured out, I get abandoned. I just feel so loved, guys. All right, I got 31, so what's half of 31? 15 and a half. Where I'm streaming from said I was abandoned, so. $15. You know what? We're gonna do a little more than half of that with charcuterie handles. As I try to get my foot stuck. And I thought that would be a fun idea. All right. This is our only stack that's left to sort. Okay. Woo. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I didn't do a single solid even number of any of these. That's amazing. All right, so that was what, 19? What are the odds of not paying attention and realizing I glued that exactly where I cut it in the exact same orientation? That's funny. I could have left that one piece. Yeah, well. All right. We'll add this one to the goes for the handles. Now I just need to grab me a one for handle someplace to move, but apparently I didn't do. I might be able to. Where did it go? I think I put them all up working. You guys, I cannot wait until spring to pull everything out of this shop. I'm gonna try to take a Friday off on the weekend. It's rain and just strip everything out. Blow the entire floor off. And then bring everything in, have everything nice, neat, and organized in a whole new setup. This is saying my mic's already, the battery's going. All right. Cannot wait. Considering I got a couple friends I think are wanting to come help. Because once that's done, I've got a bunch of machinery that's just waiting for me to pick up. Once I get all that, we're gonna have everything I ever wanted in this shop. Minus a drum sander and a CNC. And these this is the handle template I'm going to use for these. Might as well throw that hole in there too. Like I'm looking for stuff like that little hole right there when I'm doing this. Anybody know where any good craft shows around Ohio are for somebody that's trying to get a bunch of stuff or a bunch of inventory made up that does handmade woodworking? Because I'd be really interested to see if there's any ones that I haven't heard of before that would be worth checking out or even trying to do, that I can afford to get in. That's the other caveat, because I don't have a lot of extra money right now. Just realized I don't think I have my jigsaw out here. Or no, I do, but I don't have a battery for it. I had to throw it in my grinder and grind something off my wheel yesterday. Stupid thing on my wheel decided to seize up, and I needed to add air to a couple tires, and I had to grind it off. Might have to change one of those dips now, but it's holding air at least. Oh. We're gonna do this instead. Anytime I have rough edges on here, I always try to cut the handles off of that side. That way, instead of cutting that down and losing all of that, I can just square that off. And then we keep a lot more material so these can stay a little bit bigger. We may or may not cut some of these out today. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how tired I get. Alright. But considering everything that I'm doing today, it's all gonna have to get squared up, and handles and all that need to cut before the end of the month. Whew. I just got really tired. Like, really tired. That's weird. I don't like that. All right. All right. You ain't got no legs to stand on, my friend. You're only what, like 2 months younger than me? I'm still waiting for my buddy Josh to show up in one of these. He'll put you in your place. All right. Yeah. The best part is at one point I had him thinking he was older than I am, even though I was older than him by like 2 months. Took him almost 2 weeks to realize it. It was really funny. It doesn't work long term, my dude. Trust me, I've tried. All right. All right. When I get to put these on the router to get the final shape, because you know what, I might have a 20-volt battery out here. I think I know. I think I just remember I saw one the other day. Let me trace this one out, and then I'm gonna go plug that in real quick. It's almost 60 volt, but I don't want to make you guys wait the 3 minutes it would take to get up front. If I figure out the light shut and then get back here. Batteries plugged in. No longer full charge. I don't have an M12 jigsaw, which was honestly probably making one of the next investments I make when I can. Because I don't need something crazy powerful, I just something that's powerful enough to cut recently. So the wood. Something else I need to do coming in this spring is go through and find all my batteries and get everything figured out where it's at. Find the ones that work, find the ones that don't work. Replace the ones that need replaced. There's justifiable work. You know, I just found my Sawzall I've been looking for a while. There's that. All right. This is my nice jigsaw. I also have a barrel-handled one, but that's currently in my house. That I don't like it as much for doing stuff like this, but and I know I don't have the router I need to do the template part of this today. When I say the template part, that's where I stick some double-sided tape to a couple of these and then cut out all of this excess fairly close to that line, then just use a router table with a flush trim bit to follow this template, and it gives you an exact carbon copy every time. And when you're doing this, you don't have to have them exactly perfect too, because if it's not quite lined up perfectly, if you leave it a little proud of everything, you can still adjust where it goes in with the router when it gets to that step. I guess set these down where they need to hide. I would love to know why I just got this tired out of nowhere. Like nick like that, I definitely want to get my handle on this side. Very well could be. That or just drama and stress from my job and all that other fun stuff. Not going into too much detail with the general internet, but the people that know what's going on, I'm sure understand. Because it has not been a fun month or so. Yeah. At least it's slowly warming up. It was so cold on the coldest days when I came out here off camera. I actually had to go over to where my propane tank's hooked up to the heater and actually pick the whole propane tank up. And I have foam mats and actually just shake it against the floor, and you could hear, and the heater would you just hear the flame arc back up. And the tanks were like half full, but I had to it's like they were starting to freeze up or something, and that's what it took to get the propane to flow again. It's like, holy cow. It's a trick we used to use sometimes when I was running forklifts outside all day. It gets it acts like you were starting to lose propane, but you go to change the tank, it was half full. You just unhook it, shake it as hard as you can, hook it back up, and go. Ridiculous. Yeah, the only propane accessories I use is a heater out here to stay warm. And to the new people just joining, how we doing, folks? We're just tracing out a bunch of these while I have a battery charging. I didn't notice that. That'll stand out though. Ooh. Ooh. That crack is... That board's not safe. That'll be a decent clipboard though. I don't know though, that crack scares me. You don't match. You don't... That's what happens when these boards want to not want to cooperate and not be good enough for me and live up to my standards. You get thrown. I'll figure something out to do with it. I might saw it in half and turn that into a phone stand. And honestly, if I saw it down in half, I might be able to get 2 of them out of it, because you don't need phone stands that are 3/4 of an inch thick. As long as I have a 1/2 inch router bit. I didn't have any plumbers here. What are you talking about? Quick, Mario, run out the back. Although that does make me have to ask, do you know what kind of material Mario's overalls were made from? Only giving you guys another minute before I just tell you the answer. Would you guys be at all upset if I did run out to grab that other battery as well? Because if we do that, I've got one more stack of these to trace out. I can run up front for a minute, grab that, come back, and then we can get to the cutting on these today. And the answer to my original joke: denim, denim, denim. Denim, denim, denim. Denim, denim, denim. Denim, denim, denim. I just noticed it. Why didn't you guys tell me that knot was there? I guess it's supposed to be my extra set of eyes, making sure I don't miss nothing. Heck. And unless some people say they actually don't want me to take off and grab that battery, I think I'm going to here in a minute. Like I said, I got one more stack of these to get through real quick, and then good enough. Just gives me an idea where to put the drill bit through when I drill that out. Dang it. Also, you guys should see how many videos I got in the backlog now. Although a lot of them are just me yapping, so if you guys got anything specific you want to see, make sure you are throwing comments out. If you throw it in here, if you don't hear me actually acknowledge your comment, I might miss it. Throw it in the comment section under the video after we're done. Because if it's in the live chat, I may or may not remember it. I don't have the ability to write down notes at the moment. Like I've got somebody wants a couple rings made, and I already have everything I need to do it. I'm gonna run a test run on one here, probably. Might actually do it tomorrow after I get home from work. Just to make sure I'm good to go with it, and if I have any issues, I'd rather make a mistake on one of mine. I think when I'm done tracing these out, actually what I'm going to do is the other ones that are just going to stay square, I think we're just going to run those through the miter saw real quick and square out the ends. That sounds like it's going to be easier. Because when I get sleepy, I don't like cutting curves. Am I starting to get looking rough again? All right. See if I'm back at least for a little bit. We got a little. The gals on the chair. Let's see if we can knock out. All right, we're gonna go until this battery has no charge left. Just gonna loosen you guys up. Oh. All right. You're gonna do this way. Just you really gotta just simply make sure you're not gonna hit yourself. If you're smart, you'd clamp it. I don't have a clamp handy, so I take them all inside for the winter. It's already saying it's almost dead. I was hitting my saw. Yeah, when you're doing this battery's not going to last. You just want to stay on the outside of your line. That's more than acceptable for what you need. So yeah, like I say, something like that doesn't have to be pretty, because eventually we're going to double stick tape this down, fight it, throw it on a router, and take off all the extra wood around the edge to give us carbon copies every time. Jigsaw is the easiest way to do that. but yeah, these batteries are just, this completely drained. I gotta go and find a few more. What else? Let's see what's on top here. Do you guys want to give me some guns, but we do that all the time. You guys got a preference? All right, folks. So while that's charging, do we want to do stuff? We can play on the lathe. We can call it. We can. Because until I find my new battery or other batteries and get them charged up, because I'm 99% sure all of my DeWalt 20 volts are dead. Again, I think I'm gonna grab a Milwaukee M12 jigsaw as soon as I can afford it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go play on the lathe. So I'm gonna have to move this setup real quick. And once we're back over there, we will do that for a little bit, unless a lot of people leave, and then I'll just say bye. So let me get this moved over to the lathe real quick. Oops, no. Sorry, my charger hit the heater. Oh, people just left. I guess that means no lathe. Well, in that case, we will say cat to hat, dappy dat. See y'all later, folks.